Hey guys, it's me. Welcome to another Witty Title with Ashley. Yeah, it's Sunday again, so you see my pretty face. Oh well, that wasn't very funny, but that's not the point. This week's theme is, celebrity soulmates, right? So, I should spend this entire video talking about Mark Salling, who, if you read my profile over here, actually no, it's over here. It's over somewhere. If you read my profile, you'll know that I'm gonna tie him to my bed one day. I could spend a very, very long time talking about that, and him, and his abs, and his voice, and his face, and his mohawk, and all these other amazing things that he is, but I won't. Because if you live in America, which you do, today is Father's Day. And I feel like I talk about Mark Salling a lot more than I talk about my dad. Which is kind of sad, really, because, and I guess I should preface this by saying that I'm not talking about my birth father. I'm talking about my dad. And that's two vastly separate, different people. My birth father lives in Alabama, and I haven't spoken to him in almost a year straight. We have a very interesting and tumultuous relationship, my father and I. He is just about as different from me as possible, and we have never lived together, ever. My mom and he divorced when I was about a year old, and I have never known a time when he was in my day-to-day life. That being said, he hasn't exactly attempted to endear himself to me in a way that would make me want to spend time with him. Telling a 13-year-old who is already in the midst of having exceeding amounts of self-esteem issues, and she's just trying to figure out who she is, that she's going to hell because she likes to wear black lipstick, doesn't exactly make someone, dad material. Now, I talk about my dad a lot because, my family is only a few people. It's just me, my mom, and my dad. And a lot of people don't even think of him, it's a lot of the time people don't even realize that he's not my father. And he is, really. I told him today that in every formative way, he's my father. He met me when I was 9, and I was spoiled. I was very, very, very spoiled because my mom was a single mother, and she tried her best, but she worked a lot, and it was sometimes just easier to give me what I wanted than to just fight with me about it. And I got my way a lot. And Clive didn't let me get away with anything. He didn't let me get away with shit, because he moved over from Scotland, and he ruled our house with an iron fist, but in a nice way, if that makes, at first I hated him. We did not get along at all. But after a few months, we sort of, we figured stuff out. And our relationship is still kind of rocky because we're very, very alike. He definitely helped shape my personality because he's very sarcastic. He's very intelligent. And actually, my first interaction with him, the first time he ever sent me anything in the mail, because he and my mom they met online on MMORPG, but that's not the point. The first thing he sent to me was, when I was 8, a copy of the Hobbit audiobook. And that was one of the first, adult books that I read. Had read to me, listened to that whole thing. I would come home and I would, get out my coloring book and I would listen to The Hobbit, and all I would think about is the fact that this guy that was dating my mom sent me this, and it was actually really good, and I got into it, and I was like, yeah, this is awesome. When I was a preteen, we would go during those summers. This was right on the time when the Star Wars movies were coming out, and we would go and we would watch them for like 2 or 3 days straight, and he would just be like, okay, what did you think of this? What did you think of this? What did you think of this? And he's kind of the reason I'm a nerd. Because around that time I was also watching Babylon 5 with him and Stargate SG-1 and, you know, all the shows that I really, really, really love that sort of, you know, made me as, you know, accepting as I am, because, you know, you can't watch Star Trek and be racist, because there's like, I mean, I guess in theory you can, but it doesn't exactly lend itself to that mindset, because it's all about meeting new people and going new places and discovering other cultures and helping those cultures develop and be protected and all that other stuff, and it's really, I love it. But my mom would never have thought to have me watch the science fiction channel. She would have just, you know, whatever. And he also sort of unwittingly instilled in me my adoration of documentaries, because if I was ever sick and had to stay off school, he would make me watch the History Channel. So he definitely shaped who I am. And sometimes we fight. But then again, I like to think that you fight with everyone you love. That's part of it, being a family. You fight. But my dad's really special to me, and that's why I wanted to take this video to talk about him. Because today was really awesome, and I spent the day with him and with my mom, and we went to go see the new X-Men movie, which was really awesome. And then we went to dinner, and it was very nice to spend time with my family. And sometimes we forget how important family can be in our day-to-day lives. We get so caught up with role-playing and our friends and work and school and whatever else you do with your time. But you guys, I really think it's important that sometimes on days like today, or, you know, just any day, we stop and we think, and we just, you know, are thankful for who we have in our lives. Because no matter what I do, my dad's gonna love me. And no matter what I do, my mom's gonna love me. And no matter how angry we get at each other, we're always gonna be a family. And, you know, that's important. And I just, you know, felt like doing a little video and telling you guys to remember that. And I'll be sure to rant about Mark Salling to you guys at some point in the future, because I'm sure that me talking about how I want to tie him to my bed is riveting. But, on that note, I'm gonna leave you guys. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next Sunday, and I have no idea what our theme will be, but we'll see, okay? Bye. Have a great week.